Okay. According to my notes, we're on page 25, line 8.
Take a look. Yep,
That's what I have.
that's what I
Excellent.
have.
All right, good. I'm glad I made notes. So I will call on people as they appear on my screen. So Elisa, you're first.
Okay. Lot.
Excellent.
Yamin. No, Yamin.
Yep.
Yitain.
Yep.
Yaru. Shalayim.
Right. Except it's
Yerushalayim.
Yerushalayim.
Yeah, Yerushalayim.
Right. Excellent. Line 9, Ruth, please.
Okie dokie. Barhu, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
9, Barhu,
Finish it.
Barhuni.
Yeah. Excellent.
Okay. Nirana,
Almost.
Nira,
Nah.
Nanan,
Almost.
Nina.
Right. That's it.
What
Huh.
does that word mean?
Naranana.
Yeah, because I don't remember where.
Oh, it's in Lachunaranana. It's in one of the pieces of liturgy. Okay, if you
Just
okay,
curious.
I will.
Not earth shattering.
I will find my phone and figure it out. Let's continue.
Naria,
Yep.
Naria.
Okay, now just hold on.
Yeah.
As you go forward, just remember it's Naria. Naria.
Naria.
Yeah.
Okay. Dalcha,
Yep.
okay, this one I was concerned about that second. Ma.
Okay, did you make the R sound at the end? Ne'emar?
Yes.
Okay, I couldn't hear
Mar.
it. That's fine. Yep, good. Gail K, 10, please.
Okay. Nair. Nora. Ani. Shani. Baini. Amuna. Amuna.
Almost.
Amuni.
Uh-uh.
Amune.
Amune. Yep, excellent. Let me see, Ellen, you're there, right? Okay.
Yep, I'm there. Okay. Bano. Is that right? Bano.
Oh,
Bano.
okay, remember, hang on. Remember the ball hitting me in the stomach and what I would
Oh,
say?
Banu. Okay.
Right.
Banu. Mimel. Mimel.
Nope,
No.
no L's.
Right. Mimenu.
Yeah,
Yamenu.
mm-hmm.
Albano.
Okay, I don't see any there. So the first letter is the L sound, right?
Oh, Libano. Libano.
Libanu.
Libano.
Right.
Okay, one more. Here we go. This is you're Yerushalayim.
No.
Oh, sorry. No.
You're down on 11, right?
Right. I'm sorry. I skipped over here. me, ya,
He, shmi.
yam,
No,
ya,
no, no, no,
ya,
no, no, no,
ya.
no, no, no. Stop, 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 stop. You've got he, shmi,
yeah.
then you have the silent letter with the vowel ah. So it
So
becomes he, me, ah.
And that's a final N, ooh.
Right.
Hishmianu?
Yep,
That's a tough one.
yep. Right, okay, that was that was the end of the line, sorry. I'm doing two things at once and it's hard to multitask. Nancy, line 12, please.
Okay. Otenu.
What's underneath the t sound?
Oh, I'm sorry. Otanu.
Right.
Alenu.
Mm-hmm.
Elohenu. Noon.
Yeah, very nice. Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome. All right, so what I was multitasking was, you wanted to know what Naranana meant.
Yeah.
And so I opened my handy C door for Shabbat and festivals, which was sitting underneath the iPad. Opened right to the page. I cannot believe I opened right to the page I wanted.
Wow.
Because it's the beginning of Psalm 90, what does it say? 95. And so the way it's translated, now again, when they translate Psalms,
I
they
know,
make
they
them
do it.
sound pretty, but basically it has to do with singing. So L'chu Naranana Ladonai is let us sing to Adonai. That is how it gets translated. And I'm going to actually look something up on my, see, I have a translating function on my phone and it's okay. But I'm going to try something. I tried to do Naranana, that it didn't work at all, but I'm going to try something else. Hold on. Well, I don't like the way it's translating anything. Okay.
I'll do some homework.
So so it's Psalm 95, the beginning of Psalm 95. You might find different translations. The Cedar says, let us sing. Okay. Or I would say, L'chu, come, let us sing. All right.
Okay.
Let's see now. Okay. Any questions on page number 25? All right, we're going to page 26, which is more review and expansion. So, Arena, you're next. On page 26, please read lines 1 and 2.
Lo,
Wait a minute. Pick your line 1.
L,
pa-
L, yeah, no, they're good.
Okay.
L, or,
L,
ro,
there's
L,
the little yes sound. L,
yo, your.
nope, there's no R in there. L,
But it-
yon.
Oh, this is N.
Yeah.
Yon.
Yes.
Yon.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Okay.
I mean,
Mm-mm. Nope, nope.
I mean,
Yeah. Nope, nope.
second.
No,
This
no,
is-
no. Remember if you've got like a Y sound, it's yeah. So it's yeah.
Yamin. Yeah. Yamin.
Yeah.
Nam.
Nope. The first letter is
I'm sorry. Hamon.
yes. Excellent.
Hamon.
Yep.
This is the ten.
Yeah. Yeah. Yetain.
Aeon.
Yeah.
Min.
Yes. Okay, any questions?
Carol?
Question, yes.
I'm struggling still with the yud. In the, like, line 2.
Yep.
The second to the last word.
Yep.
How do you pronounce it correctly again?
Okay, the second to the last word, so it'll be the 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth word in.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct.
Okay, so it's ain. So you've got the A under the A sound under the silent letter aleph.
Okay.
The little yud is just helping the A. I call it a vowel helper at that point because it doesn't
Okay.
have its own vowel. And then
Okay.
you add the N at the end.
All right.
Ain.
I like the tip vowel helper.
Okay. All
Mm.
right. Line 3, Elisa, please.
Okay, I like to write while I do it, so.
That's okay.
Yaru. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
yeah,
Start again. Remember the 2 dots are like the I and it.
yeah. Yerushalayim.
Yeah.
Yerushalayim.
Yeah.
Romamu.
Yeah.
Lahu.
Yes. Very nice. Why don't you do the next line too, as well, please?
Okay. Baruch. Baruch. No,
Mm-mm.
Baruch.
Right.
Baruch.
Just Baruch. Baruch.
Baruch.
Yeah. Much better.
Okay, not the Baruchuni.
Yes.
Who.
Yes. Very nice. Ruth, lines 5 and 6, please.
Amen. Romimu.
Okay. Remember, it's not E, but Romimu.
Romimu.
Yeah.
Yamenu. Yamin. Amuna.
Almost. It's Emuna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep doing that. Yeah. And the next one as well.
Yes, please.
Bomb. Beam. Bomb. Mom.
Almost.
Meme.
Nope.
No, that's Ma'im.
Mayim.
Ma'im.
Yeah.
Is that water?
Ma'im. Oh yeah, Ma'im.
Yeah, it means water.
And Yerushalayim.
Right. Nice. Gail K, please.
Elyon. Aleinu. Libenu. Yerushalayim.
Yes, excellent. Line 8, please, as well.
Oh, okay, sure. Barhu. Barhuni.
Mm-mm.
No, it's Beruchim.
Right. Lovely. Ellen, next line, please.
Baruch.
No.
Oh, Baruch. Sorry. Baruch. Haba.
Yeah.
Baruch. Baruchu.
Okay, so we have on this line,
Baruchu. Yeah,
right.
okay.
In this line, we have Baruch Haba, and then Baruch Hu. Okay, which sounds a little bit like the first word in line 8. Look at the first word on line 8, which is Bar Hu,
Mhm.
and that's different than Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu are 2 words. Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
It's like when you're pulled up for an aliyah.
Yeah.
Baruch, it's the first word That's
Right.
just so.
Right, let us bless, Baruch Hu, yep. Ellen, line 10 as well, please.
Okay, Rabbi,
Mhm.
Bar, Bar,
Okay.
Barcha.
Do it,
Oh, bracha,
letter,
bracha,
all right, it's basically biracha,
biracha,
yeah,
bore,
right,
barit.
yes, very nice, thank you. Nancy, line 11, please.
Neuron, neuronina, neuronina.
Yeah, Niranana,
Okay,
exactly.
just a second. I just have to say that after teaching first graders to read for so many years, I feel like I'm one of them.
You know what? We're all first graders.
There you go.
It's true.
I'll send a good note home.
We need to buy ourselves the placemats of Hebrew letters like we all bought for our children, probably, right?
Oh,
Do you remember
what a good
those?
idea.
Good for you. I like that.
Okay, so back to, okay, sorry to interrupt.
Mhm.
Okay, so starting again, neuronina,
Yep,
naria,
okay, wait a minute. Don't make it ya, but nari,
okay, naria,
yeah,
naria, neemar.
yes, very nice, thank you.
Thank you.
And line 12, please, as well.
Okay. Shabbat, Sheni, Yerushalayim.
Yes, very nice, thank you. And Irina, line 13, please.
Shabbat. Bat.
Mhm.
Baruch. Barut.
Mm-mm. What's the la-
Beer. It's tea, no?
No, but I'm so-
Be-
but,
Birit.
hold on,
Birit.
much better. Berit,
Birit.
berit,
Birit. Thank you.
not babe, if, like the I in it. Okay,
Yeah.
excellent.
There.
We're going to learn another new letter. Anybody have any questions before we proceed?
Oh, we're getting.
Okay. I need my thing. Hold on. All right, now. Okay, so the next letter we're learning is the Dalid. And it has the sound of a D. And what I want to point out, oh, wait a second. I have my blur on this thing. Wait 1 second, meeting settings. Nope, hold on, I gotta take done. I need to take the blur off. Wait 1 sec. Background and filters. Okay. Much better, sorry about that.
No problem.
Okay, so here's the little Dalid. Notice
Okay, so we-
that this letter is squared off in the corner. It is, I like to call it squared. There's the D, squared off in the corner. In contrast to the resh, which looks similar,
Round.
but the resh is rounded. So you have a rounded letter for the R and a squared off letter for the D.
Hmm.
Any questions?
It looks the same.
It does look similar, but this one is rounded on the top. And this one is definitely squared. like it's part of the top part of a square. Here, I'll take my red pen and make the rest of the square.
I'm trying. I'm thinking it looks like a pompadour hairdo from the side. I don't know.
And I
you
thought it
know,
looked like it had a dent. I thought it looked like it had a dent at the
Oh, a
top.
dent too. Do all the typewriters in Hebrew for the letter D, do they all go in that little bit on the right side? Because the
I-
dent is
Okay,
different
hang
from the R.
Okay, hold
Yeah,
on one
that's what
sec.
that was what I
Yeah.
put to it.
Okay,
That's a
two
good
things.
idea.
One, I made the square so you can see it's squared off at top. And yes, I believe all of the types make a little dent. And in fact, one of the texts I used to teach would say that it was dented, and I have forgotten that. So Ruth, thank you for bringing that up. I'm going to now look at the C door that I have open here. And see what it looks like in an actual, yeah, it's sort of dented in. Yeah. The interesting thing is that obviously it's harder to see sometimes in the prayer book because the letters are, well, to me, a little bit smaller, but it is there. So that's the D sound, duh. Okay, so now we are on page number 27, line 1. Arena, you left off. I'm going to call on you again. Skip the first one because there's no vowel there, and then read that first line, please.
Oh, D, D, they, da, da, do, do.
Yes, very nice. Thank you. Elisa, line 2, please.
Hold on. Okay, I'm not muted. D, D,
Yeah.
deal, deem, dean, dear. Oh, there's both letters. Okay.
Yep.
The D and the R, dear. 1 second. Deet,
Yep.
dish.
Yes, very nice. Ruth, line 3, please.
Dish, 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 adish, hadish.
Yes, very nice. Thank you. Gail, Kay, please.
Do. I guess that would be door.
Nuh-uh.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so, okay,
Do.
so,
Do.
correct.
Wait a minute.
Okay,
No. Dune.
no, wait a minute. You were right you were right. Let's look at the second word. Duch is correct. What I want to point out,
Okay, I
And-
see the difference now.
but what I do want to point out is you will never see that. Here's what I mean. Okay, right now, that letter, the final cuff, I want to tell you, it's naked. And it never appears naked.
Right.
It never
Ah.
appears like this. You will always see it either
With a schwa or an
with
up.
the schwa, the little 2 dots inside, like this, or with the ab sound vowel, one that looks like a T, like this. Okay, so you'll either see it, whoops, like this or like this.
Okay.
And, but for whatever reason, the text leaves it naked here, but you knew what it was. It's duch. That's right. Now the next one, please.
Dual,
Mm-hmm.
doom,
Oh, what'd you say?
doom. Doom.
Not do. Where's the dot?
The ooh.
It's on that one, the dot's over, right?
No. I'm on line 4. The fourth
I'm
one.
s-
in.
Okay, you are right. I am wrong because I was on line 6 by mistake.
Oh, got me scared.
Yeah, so there you go.
So that's
Okay.
Zoom, right?
Yes, it is.
Correct. Okay, just want to make sure.
You know, when I take my eyes off the book to write on the pad, I lose my place.
Happens to us all. All right, so it's doom, dune, doer, doot,
Mhm.
douche.
Yes, very nice. Ellen, please.
Douche, douche, douche. Hey, I'm getting good at this one. Edosh,
Uh-uh.
edouche, edouche.
Yeah.
Yalush, yalush.
No. Wait a minute. We're on line
Elush.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th word, right?
Right, and it's I can't tell if I put a dot with the,
All right, there's a little dot that's misplaced there.
Yeah,
oh, okay, thank you. Elosh,
Mm,
Yelosh, Yelosh.
okay, wait a second. We're focusing on the D sound. So,
Oh, that should be a D, wouldn't it?
yeah.
Yedosh.
Okay.
So I don't know where the, okay, I've got too many dots here. I don't know what I'm seeing.
Yes. Okay, hold on 1 second because I think there is like you know, sometimes the
missing.
ink runs when it's being printed. And I
Yeah.
think that's what happened here. So I'm going to write the word out so we are all looking at it correctly. So give me a minute.
Yedosh.
Yeah, somebody said it. That's right.
It was me. I finally figured out what was pencil and what was real.
It's edouche.
it's not even pencil, it's in my book.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
in mine too.
So here it is.
It's the same thing, Gail.
Yeah.
So
There's a
this is it.
little extra mark there.
Yes, I think it's like the ink ran or something and you know, that's difficult. So that's the word, e-douche.
Yedosh.
And the last one.
And again, it's a little sprinkled, but I'm gonna guess it's Hidush.
Yes, excellent. Yep. Thank you. Nancy, line 8, please.
No, 6.
Yes, it does say 6. Oh, boy, I'm having a wonderful day. We can tell.
The good thing
Okay.
is Friday.
You're fine, you're fine. Okay. So. Doe. Doe.
Yeah.
Dole. Dome. Done. Door. Dote. Okay. Do. Dosh.
You got it.
Is there
Very
extra ink there too?
No, there isn't.
Can I ask you something about that line? The
Yeah,
second
sure.
word is
Yeah.
doch.
Yeah.
Is that the example again where we have that end ch sound that doesn't have the vowel, but in real life it'll always have one? So
Yes,
if that
that's-
if it has the little T-shaped vowel that goes ah, would it be docha?
Yeah.
Correct. Yep.
Okay,
You got it.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, now, I think it was Nancy who asked the question about the last word. So give me a minute.
Okay.
I'm about to write it out. Only I made. Okay. Now, so that's the last word. Dosh.
Oh, sure.
Okay, now I spread the letters and all the dots out so it doesn't look like it's one on top of another.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So that's what it is. And the last line, line 7, Irina, please. Oh, hold on, wait 1 sec. I got my phone. I can't stand these robocalls. Anyway, okay, Arena, line 7, please.
Sure. Dosh, dosh, adosh, adosh, adosh.
Okay,
Hadosh, hadosh.
right. Very nice. Yes.
have-
Anybody have any questions?
I have a question.
Yeah.
On the unit 4, the word, what is the second letter from the last? Like,
Okay, so tell me which line and which count the words in, please.
it's in when you see letter D on top
Yep.
of it, this word.
Yep.
They
Kadosh.
have it.
Ka-
Oh, this is D. This is, what is the letter after ha?
Ah,
Oh,
K.
okay, hang on. We haven't learned it yet.
Oh,
It's a K.
It's a K, exactly. We haven't learned it yet. So
Okay.
Arena, thank you very much for pointing that out. You know, as I've said before, this is a wonderful text, but they never ask me my opinion on certain things, like don't introduce a word that we haven't learned the letter for because you're confusing the students. Because in fact, we're learning it on the next page.
Crazy.
Yeah, it
So
is.
if we turn the page to page number 28. Okay, so now that letter is called the kuf. And it works like a K. And let me draw something to show you how I like to think of it. Okay, so here's the letter. And now I'm going to take my red pen and show you how you can remember that it sounds like the K. Notice how I added the red to make it look like a K.
Gotcha.
See?
That's so smart.
So.
To me, it
um,
looks like an R.
Well, the top part might, but to me, it's a K. I don't know. That's how I make a K. I don't write. I only print. Anyway, Nancy, you had a question.
Yes. Is any of it below the line?
Yes. Okay. Good question. Let me redo it without all the red. Let me draw a line. And it goes like this.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So it does drop below the line a little bit.
It almost looks like a cursive K. little
Yeah,
bit.
probably. Yes, you know,
little.
and I can see where Ruth thought it might look like an R. I get it. And of course, since I don't, I rarely write cursive. It's a long involved story. I print mostly everything.
So do all
Okay.
the young people.
Well, the
Yes.
interesting thing is that when I went I went to public school and we learned to print, and we didn't learn cursive writing until the 4th grade.
We
So that
learned
was an awful long time to be
early.
doing printing. And so there you go.
But they don't
Okay.
they don't even teach it.
No, they haven't for a long time. And
I
so
know.
now it's one of those mystery languages that parents can communicate in without the kids knowing.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. They can't read letters at camp if people write them in cursive.
Wow, that's amazing. I never knew that. Wow, wow. Okay, so we are on page 28, line 1, and I think we're back to Elisa.
Okay, so key. Oh, I see how it drops.
Yeah.
Okay. K, ka, ko, ku.
Yes, very nice. Ruth, please. Was there a question there?
No,
No,
I
okay.
was just cooing.
That's right.
Ruth, line 2, please.
Kal, kam, kan, kar, kash, Kat, Kad,
Very nice. Yes, thank you. Gail, line 3, please.
Sure. Cod, 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 ka, reesh.
Uh-uh. That's
wait a
that.
minute. Oh, you know, that's a definite problem for me. Dish,
Yeah.
Kadesh.
Yes, very nice. Line 4, Ellen, please.
Keed, 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 key. Dosh,
That's
it's not,
that's ooh.
oh, sorry. Douche, kiddush.
Right, very nice.
Kiddush,
Um,
Kiddush.
Nancy, line 5, please.
Call, come, con, car, kosh, cut, kach,
Mm-mm. The
cut,
last,
cod,
Fish, like the
Yes.
the
fish.
fish.
yeah, exactly. Very nice. Arena, line 6, please.
Katish,
Okay, remember that that's a definite D sound. Duh.
Kadish.
Yeah.
Oh, Kadesh.
Yeah.
Kiddush. Kiddishum. Ku.
Mm-mm.
This is
It's
double. It's 2
the-
dots. Oh, it's 2 dots or 1 dot? 2 dots.
No, one dot. The last 2 words are
Right.
the same.
Oh, it's my printer, so go to that. Okay. Oh, it's not that there. I'm sorry. Kiddush.
Right,
It's my printer, so a lot of dots.
right. So this line is Kaddish, Kaddish, Kiddush, Kiddush.
Okay.
Okay?
Mhm.
Elisa, line 7, please.
Cod, 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 ka, dosh, kadosh.
Very nice, thank you.
Okay, so we have Kaddish, Kadush, and Kadosh all,
Yep,
okay.
wait a minute. It's Kaddish, Kiddush, and
Kiddush.
Kadosh.
Got it. I want to circle them all because they're so close.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay, so Kadosh is means holy. And so all of these words relate to the concept of being holy or holiness. And it appears a lot of different places. So
So we see Kadosh written 3 times in a row during a lot.
Uh,
Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. I don't-
yeah,
Okay,
okay, that's
because I recognize that word.
Oh,
Did
the
you-
line 8.
Yep.
it's a it's a quote from I forget whether it's a quote from one of the prophets. I think it's a quote from one of the prophets, but I forget. Unfortunately.
It's part of the, like the Saturday mornings.
Then
circle.
it's the Musa.
It's the
Okay,
Musa.
it's in the Kedusha
Yes,
of
that's what,
Musaf on Saturday morning, but the line, which is, but the line itself is a quote from some text that I don't remember what. Let me see if they annotated in this. Give me a minute. Since I have a prayer book right in front of my hand, right in my hands here, it would be nice if Shachari Musaf, let's go. Come on, come on, come on. This is the cedar I don't use. Kedusha. Let's see, Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Yeah, it doesn't give the annotation. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, it does. Hold on. Fine print. Our echo angels praise of, it's Isaiah, Ezekiel. I think this would, okay, so what it says here in this particular Siddur, as we recite the Kedusha, our echo of the angels, praise of God, is found in Isaiah, Ezekiel, and Psalm 146. So since they said Isaiah first, I'm believing that's probably where that line comes from. But that's just my interpretation. Okay, so we were on line, are we on line 9 at this point?
Well,
Line
8,
9,
we kind
8.
of like, 8, well, 8, we just kind of talked about, we all said
Okay.
it together, Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh.
Okay.
Right, okay, and oh, who's up, who was the last one to read? Was it, it
Elisa,
was Elisa,
Elisa.
okay, so I'm not going to bother with line 9 because it's kind of the same. Notice the difference between line 8 and line 9,
Gotta-
right? Nancy, question.
And that's the word at the top of page 28?
Yes. So that word is, okay, so Elisa, read that word, the first word in line 9, please.
Kadosh.
Ha-kadosh, right. So kadosh means holy, ha-kadosh means the holy. Ha in front of a word means the. Hebrew is efficient. It has a lot of prefixes and suffixes. There's no standalone word for the. Okay, so now we have line 10, and I think it's Ruth, yes?
yes.
Please.
HaKadosh, Baruch Hu, HaKadosh, Baruch Hu.
Right, very nice. Okay, now we've got 2 lines from Shalom Aleichem, the piece of liturgy that's the title of this text. So Gail, could you do line 11, please?
Pleasure. Barchuni leshalom malachim malachim
Mala,
malachei
yeah,
ha shalom malachei elyon.
right, very nice. And Ellen, please, the next one.
Mimelech, Malachi, Malachi,
Malche,
Malchi. Ha, Melchim? No. Hamlachim?
right.
What am I doing? wrong?
Hamilachim.
Okay. Okay.
Hamilachim.
Oh, that, yeah, Hamlachim. Hakadosh. Baruch. Baruch. Baruch Hu.
Right, no, Baruch,
Baruch Hu.
Baruch, who?
I
Right,
cannot believe that we just read that because I know most of the prayers phonetically. And that's the first time I've ever been able to read that.
wow.
That's pretty, as soon as I saw it, I
It's a-
knew it and I was able to read it as opposed to just pretending to read it.
Yep,
Right.
That was amazing.
I mean, we may end up 4 lines behind everybody because we're taking our time reading, but it's still good that we're reading.
absolutely.
I was just thinking that to me, in my thinking, it was like, this makes sense now.
Yep.
It does.
Okay,
Absolutely.
and I am looking something up. Give me 1 minute. I'll review the Shabbat. Hold on. Because I want to say something and I don't want to make a mistake. Because if I try to remember things that are on my mind, it never happens. It's always wrong. Okay, so as I thought, 1, 2, 3, 4. There were basically 4 lines in the piece of liturgy called Shalom Aleichem, and they're groups of 2. So there are 4 couplets. The second couplet, if you will, is line 12. So once you learn, so basically you've got Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachi Malachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Then the next one, Boachem L'Shalom, blah, blah, Mi Melech, Malachi Malachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So line 12 keeps repeating. So you've almost got, you almost have this whole piece down. Okay, so now we are going to learn the last letter that you need to know to be able to read this whole piece of liturgy. Yeah,
That's great.
okay.
I mean, think of how far we've come.
You've come so far, it's amazing. Okay, now,
Seriously, it's wonderful.
We went from Aleph to Tah.
almost. So now I'm going to, let me see, how do I do this? Okay. This is the letter. It's called a tzadi. It has the sound of the tss, tss. But here's how I want you to be able to remember it. I am going to make a drawing out of this. I'm putting a knob on it, and I'm putting a little bit of a platform. Okay, so with my red pen, I put a knob. I put a little platform. Whoops. Okay. So for me, I've now made, because I'm not an artist, I've made something that I will tell you, and oh, okay, I'm going to add something here. So there's like basically an eyepiece. So I'm going to tell you, since I'm not an artist, that this is a microscope. And you need a microscope to be able to see a CC fly.
No kidding.
Okay? Because
I
you
will
all
never
laugh.
forget that my entire life.
That's the point, to get you to remember these things.
Okay. Carol,
Yes?
is any of it below the line?
No, it's on the line.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so that's the tss sound.
So what does that look like compared to the silent letter that looks like the Y? If they're next to each other, they look really similar.
Yes, they
Is
do.
one-
Thank you for bringing that up. Let me draw them together on the same line, on the same page.
Ayin.
Ah,
Right, it's the ayin and the tzadi. Okay, so that's the tzadi. That's the ayin. There's no way you could make a microscope out of the ayin.
True.
Okay, but
It's
you
sort
could
of
out of
like
the other.
The tzadi has a higher waist.
Yep. Yes, that's a good way to look, think about it. Yeah,
the other thing, I have this like cheat sheet too,
yep.
and mine says it's twisted like a pretzel
Yes.
up
A
here.
lot of books teach that it's twisted like a pretzel. Thank you for saying that. So I think I may have told all of you that I've been teaching Hebrew to adults for quite a long time. I was teaching through the synagogue for a long time. And so one year I'm teaching, and the text I used, in fact, uses that example, twisted like a pretzel. One of the students in the class is non-American born. She was born in the Netherlands, had emigrated to the United States. And so I say, twisted like a pretzel, up goes her hand. Yes, Yona. And she said, Carol, what's a pretzel? If you're not American, you don't know what it is. I guess that's a very typical American thing. Anyway, but I always like to share that because I think it's so funny.
It is. We take a lot for granted.
I think we do. Okay, so we're now on page 29 with line 1. Who was the last person to read, please? It was
Me.
Ellen. Okay, so Nancy, line 1 on page 29, please.
See, say, say, se, sa, so, sue.
Yes, thank you. Irina, line 2, please.
Say, said. Say,
Yes,
sail, same, sane, sane.
yes, very nice, thank you. Elisa, please.
Say, sake, sair, seish, sate. It's hard to say, sate.
Yes, very nice, thank you. Ruth, line 4, please.
Say. Tachem,
Yep,
Why is that?
say tachem.
right. So what they did on this line was to split the word into its syllables. So there you go. Line
Data.
5, Gail, please.
Say tachem.
More
Say.
yeah, say t.
Say, tachem, say, tachem.
Yep. Ellen, line 6, please.
Say tachem. Leshalom. Mel. I want to leave the space, right? Mel.
Mal.
Achai. Ma.
No.
Mal. Achai.
Yep.
Hashalom. Mal. Achai. Elyon.
Yep. Nancy, line 7, please.
Mi melech mal hey hamulachim hakadosh baruch hu.
Very
Wow.
nice. And going back to line 6, Arena, please.
6?
Yeah.
Oh, so we already did 6.
Yeah, and you can do it. We'll do it again.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm sorry. Ham.
Mm-hmm.
Le shalom.
Yep.
Mal ahei. Ha shalom. Mal ahei. Eloch. Elon.
El Yon.
Elom.
El Yon.
Yo. I cannot get the sound. Elom.
El Yon.
Elyon. Oh, it's N.
N. Okay,
El-
so,
Yo.
and just to make sure it's Mal Achei.
Oh,
Okay.
hey. Mhm.
Now,
Okay.
the first word in that line, I would pronounce it as Seitchem. You all said Seitchem. It's not clear to me. There were rules and then, you fudge the rules a bit. So all I know is that, growing up singing this, it's always been Seitchem l'shalom, malachei shalom. So I think that's better, but I'm not sure the other is incorrect either. I know that everyone likes definitive answers and that wasn't one. I apologize, but that's it. Okay, now next page, page 30. That's the whole, that's the whole liturgical piece. And you
Wow.
can see that lines 2, 4, 6, and 8 are exactly the same. And lines 1, 3, 5, and 7 are different. Okay. So we won't read that page. You can read that on your own. I want to quickly take a look at page number 31. We'll start on page 32 next week. So I want to quickly look at page 31, which gives you what they call an alphabetical summary. Now, what this is the letters you've learned so far. And it is in no way, shape, or form in alphabetical order. It's just a summary. So that you can look at it and say, okay, these are the letters we've learned. So the first one, which is the Aleph, is silent. Everybody see where I am?
Mhm.
Page 31
Mhm.
on the right-hand side of the line, of the vertical line. Okay. The second letter is Ayin, also silent. The third letter down is the Hey, which has the sound of the H, but at the end of the word is silent. Like in the English word ba, B-A-H, ba. You don't pronounce the H. The fourth one down is the Beth with the ball or the belly button in the middle. Then there's the Dalid, the D sound, which is squared off or dented in. Then we have the Lamed, the L sound. Then we have the Kuf, which drops a little bit below the straight line as part of that letter drops below the line, and that's the K sound. Then we have the rounded letter, the Resh. Then we have the Shin with the dot on the right because she is always right. Then we have two letters, the one with a dot, one without a dot. They're both the T sound. The one without the dot in Ashkenazi Hebrew, which is the Hebrew that was spoken in Eastern Europe, has the sound of an S. In Israel, it always has the sound of a T. That's the Sephardi pronunciation, and that's the pronunciation we learn. But for those who, so sometimes you might hear somebody say Good Shabbos, because the word Shabbat, we pronounce it Shabbat, but the last letter of that word is this tough without the dot, and that would be the S sound, Shabbos. So that's why sometimes you will, especially older people who learned Hebrew a long, long, long time ago, will sometimes continue to pronounce that letter with the S sound, but we pronounce it as a T sound. Okay. Then we have the backward C, which is the huff with the H sound. And then we have the mem, the M sound, looks like a mountain. Then the nun, the little N sound. It's nice and neat. And lastly, we have our tsadi, the ts sound. Any questions? Okay, so we will pick up.
This class absolutely flew by, and I feel like I'm really getting it. Like I didn't struggle this week.
Oh,
Does
good.
anybody? I feel like it's sort of settling in.
Excellent.
I felt that way the
Do you
last
feel
couple
it?
of weeks. There's something different about this class that I'm really getting it all this time.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. That's wonderful.
Yes.
I think we're pretty much all in the same place. And we give each other the support. And
Yeah.
Carol, I will say it again, you are a marvelous teacher.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely.
You know, your way of explaining, and you have patience, and it's working.
And correcting us right away when we say it wrong, so we know what we said wrong on that word.
Oh, of course. I mean,
Yeah, that's
to
super
me, that's
helpful.
important. Okay. I'm making a mark. We're starting on page 32 on November 5th. That's next week.
November.
I know, it's hard to believe. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
I was just discussing that with somebody this morning, how quickly the year has gone by. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
No kidding.
I hope everybody's yards and trees and gutters and whatnot don't flood out with all this rain.
Yes, really. So be safe, stay safe, everyone. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shavua Tov. Have a-
Yeah, so tomorrow night we'll say Shavua Tov. Tonight we say Shabbat Shalom.
Right, no, I know that, but being that
I
I
know
won't
you do.
see everybody until next Friday, I want everybody to have a good week.
Yes, excellent.
Have a great
Thank you.
week. We'll see you next week.
Thank
next
you.